15 million.
15 million.
52 million yards
Yes.
husband material in the studio. Julius, good to have you.
Yeah, good afternoon to Intercontinental. Good afternoon, Abuja. It's always a pleasure to be on Eve's World. Yes, we know we handsome men, we don't talk too much. We know what we carry, we know who we are. We are handsome. We are very. Now only 5 of us remain for Abuja.
Calm down.
Only 5 handsome men remain for Abuja. You know,
Okay, well,
let me not say. Let me not
this
say.
one you keep hiding yourself. Allow us to hide. All right, so I have pretty Tina in the studio. Tina, good to have you on Eve's World.
Thank you so much, Ma. It's good to be here. You know, like I always say, this is my favorite show because I'm a woman and I get to talk about us women and learn at the same time. So yeah, it's a blessing to be here.
Okay. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Eve World, where we discuss everything that has to do with womanhood. We talk about our success stories, we talk about our aspirations, our achievements.
Of course.
We also look at areas where we have not done well, and we encourage ourselves in all areas where we need to venture into. So today, because Love FM, we did our mental health awareness work on Saturday, and in fact, it was quite revealing because a number of persons that came for that work were able to share their experiences about mental health. And it's an area where most people have not been well enlightened on. Most people don't talk about it. You feel that mental health are those who are mentally retarded that are taken to the psychiatric homes. But no,
Actually,
there are lots more to mental health. And because of what happened on Saturday and the way people reacted to it, so we thought it wise that we are going to bring it to our audience. Give a little bit. We are not health professionals, but at least we know to an extent what mental health is all about. Yes, and we have decided to bring it. Maybe in subsequent editions, we'll get a health practitioner, a psychologist who will come and do some expose on mental health. So today we are going to look at mental health. Handsome Julius.
Yes.
I don't know if I should start with you. What would you say mental health is?
Well, a state of mind. First, mental. When we talk about mental, first I'm talking about the mindset of an individual at a time. And for one to have a stable mental health, you need to have a stable mind. Oftentimes, most of the times, what leads to one having not so a good time with regards to mental health is depression. Depression. And what leads to depression? We can go on and on to list some of the key things that leads you to weighing down. On Saturday, when we got back from the show on Health Monitor, we dwell a little bit on some of the causes of depression. What causes depression? What causes anxiety? Also, when we talk about depression, let's not exempt anxiety. Anxiety can also go out to affect one mentally. Let's say you're expecting something tomorrow, you can't just wait. Once let's say credit alert now, money is entering your account, and then it's a huge amount of money, something we waiting and praying for. And the moment you get to see any indicator in your phone, is the one? Is not the one. Ooh. And if certainly that doesn't come, may affect your psychology, affect your mental stability. So it's not just about anxiety, depression, anxiety, and lots more. And if it must be, we must touch the crux of the matter. We must do from the root. Try to identify mental health stability from the root, because a whole lot of persons, whether we like it or not, just like we was said on Saturday, a whole lot of persons are going through difficult times now.
In fact, the practitioners
Actually,
yes, virtually everybody, overtly or covertly, is going through one mental state as of the moment, from the top to the bottom, be the head of the family or the wife or the children.
There must be something challenging you that will make you, lose interest in some of the things you find, in doing.
There are persons who maybe are currently in their city now, go all out to get maybe fuel from the station, and they're there from morning till maybe almost the time they're supposed to get the product. They're now told it's the next thing the attendant to say is, "Fuel don't finish." Hey, from morning till this 2 p.m.
That's
don't finish. That alone weighs the person down. What do I do? How do I move my car from here back to my house?
Or even to the next
fuel station. So there are different instances. You can go on and on. So we, on the program today, will do more on the touchlighting on the subject matter for mental health.
Okay, so pretty Tina, the way you are just current to what
No, I relate.
the most
I relate.
handsome man in the FCT
Yeah.
has been saying.
I relate. I
So,
relate.
this mental health, how much of it do you know?
Right? It's very relatable because I mean, our everyday life, is in sync with it because it includes our emotional, our psychological, and even our social well-being. You know, the fact that it affects how we think, like you said, how we feel, how we react to things. You know, for instance, now, like you said, like the example you gave, you are going through something like you're going to get full, and all of a sudden you get to your point, and then maybe before I finish, or maybe there's too much queue. How do you react to that? How do you let it affect you? How do you let the stress affect you? You know, it depends on how you handle stress. You understand how you
Okay.
yeah. And I got to realize that there are actually four types of mental health. We have mood disorder, such as depression or bipolar disorder. We also have anxiety disorder. We also have personality disorder and psychotic disorder. You know,
So,
yeah.
okay, we might not go, deep into it, so that we don't get ourselves into trouble, because I know there are forms of mental health issues, and but we are looking at
The basics.
the everyday life, the everyday human who walks on the street of Abuja, on the street of Nigeria, who doesn't even believe that he has a mental issue.
Definitely.
Some people might be
Because
walking on the street and they're not okay.
They are not okay.
I think it's a
I'm
Nigerian
telling
thing.
you, it's very relatable to everybody, but they don't know.
We have this issue in Nigeria. You want to talk to someone, say, I beg no verse.
I
beg
beg
no
no
verse.
That's the starters of the conversation.
because you don't know.
Yes, I beg no verse. You just want to. Maybe you missed your way.
Right.
Bros, I beg no
just-
vex. Good morning.
I beg. I want to. I'm looking for so and so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of you to just say, excuse me,
Yeah.
you just bros, I beg no verse. Because we are all on the edge.
Yes.
Right.
So that is a
You
form of mental
start with
disorder.
please.
Yes.
You start with please, bros, I beg. No
No
vex.
vex.
No
Yeah.
beg.
Three different magic words.
So that you don't get him pissed.
You don't understand.
Talking
you
about
have
some
to-
people not having a stable mind. Actually, there was a day I boarded a cab from
Right.
Pape back to Jabi, and then on our way at that Nikon junction, the cab man was more or less like, this girl, the waka so they cross this Nikon, Abi, I go pursue him now. He should go run. And he drove straight to the girl. And the girl now ran when they saw that he was coming towards her.
That man
now
is not
ran
okay.
away.
Yeah.
That's how to know that some
There's
persons
something
not
mentally...
okay.
But
mentally.
if you had told him, sir, I think you need a psychologist, he would have given you, the
full
diffusion of
dose.
your life.
Yes, yes.
Because he won't believe that anything. He
You
just
know.
felt he was responding
Yes.
to that stimuli.
At that time.
Mama, I
At
want to
that
say
time.
something.
So,
Right, there's one statement that came across on Facebook where one man abroad he crossed the road. Not the way in Nigeria we are used to crossing the main road anyhow. When there's a pedestrian bridge, he actually crossed the road the way he was.
Me, I don't
he
cross
thought he was
anyhow.
in Nigeria.
I don't cross any.
Do you know what they did? They arrested
Pretty
him.
thing, I don't cross any. Beautiful, Rachel, you
We
cross
know.
Life is
No.
precious.
You know,
But-
funny you said
you know
that.
some Nigerians
Funny you
they
said
are
that.
not okay.
Funny you
they will
said
see
that,
a pedestrian
Tina.
bridge, right?
Even in Nigeria, like right now,
Right.
if I see a pedestrian bridge, like
Right.
it's far off, I rather walk to that place.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
And take the
Your
No, I'm serious.
safety first.
I'm serious.
But some
I
people
take,
be like,
I take the pedestrian and then go back. Maybe where I'm going to is just cross and
Right.
I will take that pedestrian and walk to that
Run,
place.
yeah.
Than for me to run.
that's
because
the best
I,
thing to
I,
do.
I have that phobia.
It's
That's
more
the best thing
safe.
to body.
It's more safe.
Mama, do you know what they did
So-
to this person? They arrested him and
Of
took him
course.
to the psychiatric
Of
home.
course.
And the guy was like, I'm not mad. They said, no, you're not okay.
You're not.
Because your right senses, you're not supposed to be crossing the main road. You won't
That's
die.
attempted suicide.
Do you understand? That's how they see it there.
Yes.
Life matters.
Everywhere,
Life
life
matters.
It's just that some
when
human
you-
beings choose to take
Do you
their
understand,
life
like-
in their hands
Yes.
and do whatever they want to do. So, beautiful Rachel, I want to ask you, as a woman, do you think this mental health issue is peculiar to women, or is it, an all gender affair? Is it something that happens to both, or is it more, to the woman?
Personally, personally, I wouldn't say it's a gender thing. I think it's a humanity thing, because everybody has a state. The man is thinking of how to provide for his family. The woman is thinking of how to take care of her family.
Yeah.
So both of them have different stages of things you go through. And of course, in Nigeria, we don't take mental health seriously. And of course, we don't talk about it because there's a negative energy to it. There's a negative perception to it.
Yeah.
Even when we were preparing for the mental awareness walk here, there are a lot of people that saw the negative perception to it. And the Nigerian thing, it's like most Nigerians, when they see mental health awareness walk, is like, these people, they mental. You get? So it's just for people where they meant.
No.
You get? Now then go come. So we have to make them understand that no, we're making an awareness. You might not know you have a mental issue until you break down. Do you understand? The normal depression you go through, and of course you spoke about bipolar.
Right.
It has a different stage to it.
Exactly.
But not experts who cannot go deep into it. But sometimes you're excited for no reason. Sometimes you are sad for no reason.
Overly excited.
Overly sad, and all that.
Right.
You need
It's
to go
actually a
check.
mental
Yes,
issue.
your state of
True.
mind. Do you understand? But sometimes when you say, I want to go to a psychologist or something, people around you, the stigma.
Right.
That's what most Nigerians are afraid of, the stigma. They meant now they go see psychologists.
No.
Do you get? So the stigma people are afraid of. But I think it shouldn't be a stigma if someone wants to know his state of mind. Because your state of mind is very important.
It's your well-being.
Is your well-being.
Yeah.
Your state of mind is very important. It's very good when you go and check yourself totally and know that you're in a good state of mind. I think that's the best thing for Nigerians, because right now we're going through a lot as Nigerians.
Yes. But I feel like it affects the women more because we have different moods. We have too much mood swings. Trust me. Today we are happy, tomorrow we are sad. I feel like it affects the women more.
I think, but we do not have statistics to back it up. But I also think that the women have more mental issues than the men, because
we are
the
more
women
emotional.
they are very emotional and they bottle up
a lot. True.
So it's just and because of the way we are wired, we feel that we are the savior in that family.
Right.
We feel that if I don't shoulder this burden, nobody will. So you want to carry the burden of the man, you want to carry the burden of the mother, you carry the burden of a minder, the burden of a nanny, the burden of a child. You understand? So we bottle up a lot. We go through so much challenges. So I think the women are more prone. That is my own opinion. I am not a professional, but from what we have read, owing to some of the statistics, the women are more prone. And you see, the women also do not have way of relaxation. It's just very few that have begun to do spa. You just go and do spa, pamper yourself.
Right.
You see, most baby girl lifestyle. You see, most men, they just, before you know, they close. People like Julius, they go to one garden, do 1 or 2
Yes.
and
ease off the stress.
And for that 4 hours they are spending there, they don't remember anything.
That's true.
And you see some, they go play some games in the evening. They go unwind.
Yes.
But hardly will you see a woman after the close of work going to unwind.
Figure out how to run home.
You are rushing home
fixing the dinner.
You understand?
Preparing yourself ahead of the next day.
Yes, but so women are prone to anxiety, and anxiety is also a risk factor for mental health.
Yes.
So that is my own basis, because most women are on the edge.
True.
We have this stress sensor.
True.
We are always pushing above our limit. So I think most women need to do this mental health
even
check,
more,
so that we will know when we are crossing the line between mental health and psychiatric issues.
Because before you know, somebody will wake up and then start running mad. That's why you will not even know.
Yes, and before I know, time is always running once it comes to Eve work. So there are some of the things that when you begin to see your friend, your family member do those things, just quietly say, who will I use? Julius.
Handsome Julius.
Let's use you.
It's a lady's world. Okay, no problem.
Julius is very hyper.
Yeah, very,
so
very.
if you now notice that this hyper man,
I think I've been noticing some
without
sorry.
becoming too calm.
Yes.
becomes too calm.
Yeah.
Right.
And we know Julius, we know he's
Him to be
pocket
hyper.
friendly and
Yes.
all that. When he begins to lose interest
Like,
Mm.
no,
in those things,
there's something wrong.
and he becomes easily fatigued,
Yeah.
withdrawing from friends. Julius
Yeah.
is
People's
is a
person.
people's person, exactly. So when you see Julius begin to stay on his own
Mm-hmm.
and avoiding activity,
Yeah.
he's an activity man.
Yes.
So when you see Julius begin to stay on his own,
Mm.
he doesn't want to associate with anybody. He sleeps too much.
Mm.
When he now comes late to work, I ask him, Julius, what is happening? He say, man, I overslept.
Mm.
I overslept.
Yeah.
Or you say, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. So it's either
So,
you're
yeah.
oversleeping
Or you
or
couldn't sleep.
you don't sleep
Anxiety.
well. Or you now see Julius, who we hardly see with food.
Mm.
Julius will now go about with food. Carrying lunch box
Carrying
everywhere.
lunch, it is not part of me.
And eating maybe every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mm.
Feeling hopeless.
Hmm.
You ask Julius, okay, what is your plan for this week? Where is your show prep?
Yeah.
And Julius will tell me, ma'am, I'll think about
walk
it.
away.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. And you see, Julius is not your Julius.
Yeah, not my
It's-
kind of
it's-
Julius.
It's the Julius.
The Julius
now.
in parentheses.
In parentheses. So, having consistent low energy, using substance.
Mm.
Some people hide their mental issue. They will just, you see them every time they are drinking something.
Yeah, to boost their confidence.
Yes. And you see, negative emotions. You don't see them talking anything positive. You talk about Nigeria, they tell you Nigeria is failed. It's hopeless. It's this.
I beg, leave
it's
that
that
matter.
one. I beg, leave.
Talk about
There is
football.
nothing.
I beg, leave
So,
that.
yes.
Always
they don't-
angry.
They are not interested in
That's
anything.
another sign too.
They
Always
are
angry.
not interested in anything.
Yeah.
And they are easily confused.
Mm.
They are talking about this, they will jump to another thing. Confusion.
Yeah.
So give one task and say, okay, Julius, I want you to research on this topic, get a solution. We are going to do a recording on this. He will say, yes, ma'am. 2 hours later, Julius Alpha, ma'am, I'm on it. 2 days later, ma'am, I'm on it. 1 week
weeks
later,
later.
ma'am, I'm on it. Know that something is wrong.
It's
Yeah.
wrong, definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
Somebody who can complete task
Yes.
at good time, not because the person has health issues, maybe the person took ill, but because he's just not in tune with life. He's not in tune with reality, and at times they hear voices. That is when it has advanced.
That's
They
that one.
begin
That
to
was.
hear. That is when Kolo
I started.
started. So what we are trying to trivialize it, but
Yes.
it's actually
It's a very serious
a
issue.
serious matter that
For real.
Yes, and at times they'll tell you, I'm experiencing something is happening to me. They'll tell you they are dreaming or they are hallucinating and all that. You will notice something unusual about the person. The right thing to do is to tell the person, I think we need to see a psychiatrist. A psychologist.
A psychologist,
You can
yes.
start from there.
Or a mental health expert.
Yes, or a mental health expert. Somebody that will tell you if what you are going through is actually a mental issue, or
The stress.
in Nigeria, everything is malaria.
Yes.
At times when you have some of this, they say it's
Symptoms.
malaria.
And almost every symptom is
or
a symptom of malaria.
or you dream and you are telling
So
your
you have
dreams
high fever.
maybe an absurd dream.
Yeah.
They say fever when you treat malaria last.
Last.
So when you see some of these things,
Yeah.
just encourage the person to seek for help.
Yes.
Seek for help.
And in
Just-
time too.
Yes, and
Yes.
if the person doesn't even know what to do, you can also help and say, okay, I have a friend who's a psychologist.
Yes.
Maybe you talk to the person so that you will know what is actually happening to you. And at times they'll tell you headache is actually not headache.
Yeah.
They just want to, maybe something is happening to them and they're not able to explain. You see them taking analgesic, popping it in, every now and then. So there are several symptoms, but
yeah.
once you notice anything abnormal about any family member, a staff,
Yeah.
or a friend, please encourage the person to seek for help.
You know,
Or also bring the expert,
Yeah.
in contact with this person. Maybe in the course of discussion, the person will open up and
So the
help will
solution,
come.
definitely.
Yeah. Help will
Also
come.
let me also add some persons also the issue of relationship, talking about the male and female relationship, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance. Some persons have actually entered into wrong relationships that affected their psyche.
Mental health. Yes, that's true.
So that if you may approach them and say, I love you, what did you talk? what
They
is
would
saying?
never-
they will
yeah,
never,
there's
they don't believe in
trauma
love no
anymore,
more.
yeah.
Because that particular ideology, it doesn't sink down well with them. So understanding this, we would have a constructive approach towards helping them and making them see reasons to find love again.
Okay, so Abucha, we might not be able to take your calls today. So sorry. Maybe when we revisit this topic again, we'll take it, because I know that good number of you have something to share with us, but time is not on our side. So, pretty Tina, what is your last word on mental disorder?
I would just recommend something, because we all know one way or the other everybody will deny it. That's Nigerians for you. But I'll recommend that go to the gym or do yoga or sleep well.
Or
You know?
swim.
Or swim. Do something for your mental health. It's very important. It's very important for your heart and for your mental health. I don't know, when you gym, when you work out, when you do some yoga, you feel lighter, you feel better. That's my advice and that's my recommendations.
Yes.
Do something, an activity. Just do something that will make you feel involved. Do you
that
understand?
will also put your
Exactly.
brain into
And
use.
go out more.
All
Do you
right.
understand?
So that is the size of our package, because the next crew, they are standing by, and my producer says we can do more conversation on this topic. So until we meet you again next week, we'll come up with more interesting topics.
Yeah.
I'm Lilian Anele, telling you to please go check your mental health.
Check am o.
And take it seriously.
Yes, take life
Very, very seriously.
Life now turn by turn.
Yes,
Don't kill yourself.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
guys.